ladies and gentlemen, let me break something down tonight. See, there's a whole difference between when a man is just laying down with somebody and when he's loving a woman he truly cares about. I'm talking about that real love, that soul-tied, heart-connected, I don't want to be nowhere else kind of love. Let me tell you something, and I want y'all to hear me with your heart tonight. When a man is really, truly in love with a woman, there's a level of vulnerability that comes out of him that don't show up no other time. See, most of the time, men walk around wearing armor. We built that way. We're taught to be strong, be tough. Don't cry, don't talk about our feelings, and don't show too much emotion, or somebody's gonna call you soft. So we put on that hard shell. We protect ourselves. We act like nothing bothers us. But when a man loves a woman, genuinely, deeply loves her, something in him changes. And that armor starts coming off. And you know when you see that the clearest? Doing lovemaking. I'm not talking about sex. Nah, I'm talking about when a man is laying with a woman he loves. And it's more than just bodies touching. It's souls talking. That's when his guard drops. That's when the things he don't say out loud, his fears, his hopes, his worries, his need to be held just like he holds her, all of that starts showing up in how he touches her, how he holds her, how he breathes around her. See, a man in love during that moment, he's not performing. He's not trying to impress. He ain't concerned with ego, with stamina, with how strong he looks. He's concerned with connection. He's concerned with closeness. He's concerned with giving a piece of himself that he don't let nobody else see. That's why I say real love brings out that side of a man that even he didn't know he had. That quiet, tender, emotional side. You ever notice when a man's not in love, everything's physical? He's talking loud, acting dominant, maybe even rough. But when he loves you, his whole energy changes. His hands are gentler. His voice gets softer. He whispers instead of talking loud. That's because he don't want to break you. He wants to build you up in that moment. He wants to make you feel cherished. He wants you to know that this ain't just about desire, it's about devotion. And let me say this too. Some of the realest vulnerability ain't loud. Sometimes it's in the way a man lays his head on your chest after. That moment right there, that's him saying, this is my safe place. That's him letting go of the pressure he's been carrying all day. Pressure to be the man, to provide, to protect, to keep it all together. That's him finally exhaling. And if you're the woman he chooses to rest in like that, you better know you mean something deep to him. Now, ladies, don't miss that moment. Sometimes you think he quiet, he ain't saying much, but let me tell you, men don't always speak with words. We speak with presence. That silence, that forehead kiss, that sigh while holding you, that's a man telling you he feels something he might not have the vocabulary for. That's vulnerability showing up in the only language we were never taught how to speak. And that only comes out when love is real. And I'll be honest, most men are scared of that vulnerability at first. It's unfamiliar territory. We don't know how it's going to be received. Are we going to get judged for it? Are we going to get played for opening up? But when a man meets a woman who makes him feel safe enough to be vulnerable, who lets him feel like he ain't got to be bulletproof all the time, that's when he gives you a version of himself that ain't even available to the rest of the world. Not his boys, not his mama, not his job, just you. That's the beauty of genuine love. It don't just make a man want to be close to you. It makes him want to be known by you. It pulls off the mask, tears down the wall, and leaves him right there, unarmed, unguarded, and all yours. Let me go on and break this one down real clear tonight. See, when a man is in love, not just infatuated, not just caught up in the heat of the moment, but in love, he stops putting himself first. That's just the truth. Everything about him starts changing. His mindset, his approach, his intentions. When love is real, he ain't walking into that bedroom looking for what he can take. He walking in there thinking about what he can give. Now, I know that might not be what folks are used to hearing. Society out here got everybody thinking men are selfish creatures when it comes to intimacy, that we only out here chasing one thing. But let me tell you, when a man's heart is involved, that man becomes the most generous person you'll ever lay next to. Because now it ain't just about the act, it's about the experience. And he wants that experience to make you feel special, seen, valued. See, when a man truly loves a woman, her pleasure becomes his priority. He studies her. He pays attention. He listens to the little things she says. And even more than that, he watches. He watches how she moves, how she reacts, what makes her smile, what makes her exhale. He starts treating her like a masterpiece, not a task. He ain't looking at it like a performance. He looking at it like a privilege. And here's where it gets deep. When a man ain't in love, his ego's usually leading the way. He's thinking about performance, about looking good, about finishing fast and feeling satisfied. But when he is in love, ego steps out the room. Gratitude steps in. That man starts thinking, how can I love on her in a way that tells her I don't just want her body, I want her peace, her trust, her joy. That's when you see a man take his time. I mean real time. He ain't looking at the clock. He ain't rushing. He not treating the moment like it's a transaction. He's treating it like it's a sacred space. He wants to make sure you're not just physically satisfied, but emotionally fulfilled. He wants you walking out of that moment feeling beautiful, not just desired. Now let's go deeper, because this is the kind of stuff folks don't always talk about. A man in love starts asking questions he never used to ask. He starts caring about comfort, consent, and connection. He becomes more aware. He starts tuning in. And here's the part most folks miss. Your reactions matter to him now. If you ain't feeling it, he's not feeling right either. If you say stop, he's stopping immediately. Not out of obligation, but out of respect. Because when love's involved, respect is automatic. That's his queen, not a conquest. There's something powerful about that shift. You see it in how he touches you, how he looks at you mid-moment, how he checks in. And it ain't just about the big moments either. It's the little ones. The forehead kiss before, the gentle hold after, the smile when you smile. That man starts living for that look in your eyes, the one that tells him he made you feel loved, safe, and appreciated. And look, let me tell you this, it ain't weakness, it ain't soft, it's strength, it's maturity. It's a man being man enough to love his woman all the way through, not just halfway. It takes security for a man to put someone else first. And when a man does that in the most vulnerable, personal, intimate part of life, that's real. That's deep. That's love. So ladies, if you ever wonder whether that man loves you, don't just look at what he say. Pay attention to what he does when y'all alone, when the lights are low and the doors are closed. If he's more focused on your smile than his own satisfaction, more focused on your peace than his pride, you got a man who's not just making love, you got a man who's loving you. Let me tell you something that don't get said enough. When a man really loves a woman, the emotional connection becomes the gas in the tank. That's what powers the physical part. That's what makes the difference between just laying down with somebody and truly making love. When it's real, when it's love, that emotional bond don't just show up in how you hold hands in public or how many I love you texts you send. No, it shows up in the bedroom too. It shows up when the lights are low and it's just the two of y'all. Well, that's where it gets real. See, when love is real, it's not just bodies touching. It's hearts leaning in. It's energy being exchanged. And when a man loves a woman, he don't even get fully there unless his heart is in it first. That connection, the emotional one, It sets the tone. It's the warm-up. It's the glue. And if that bond ain't strong, the physical might happen, but it won't feel whole. It won't feel complete. Now, a lot of brothers might not even know that's what they're feeling. They might not have the words for it. But deep down, they know when it's different. They know when it's more than just heat. Because it's not just desire, it's devotion. A man in love could go days without even touching you physically and still feel close to you because he knows that love don't live in his pants. It lives in his spirit. And when that man finally does touch you, girl, he do it with meaning, with memory, with purpose. That emotional connection tells him, you're not just anybody. You're my somebody. That connection comes from the way y'all talk when it ain't about nothing. It comes from laughing at inside jokes, from that look you give each other across the room, from shared experiences, from the way you support him when the world's heavy on his back, from the way he watches you sleep and thinks, I got somebody real. That kind of love shows up in the way he wants to love you physically, not just for his own satisfaction, but to honor that bond y'all built. It's in the way he kisses you, slow, soft, like he's telling you everything his mouth never got around to saying. It's in the way he holds you close, like he's afraid you'll disappear. That ain't just attraction. That's emotion spilling over into touch. That's years of feeling safe with you. That's trust. That's appreciation. That's love showing up through the fingertips. Now, here's what most people don't realize. For a man in love, the emotional connection is what gives the physical connection its depth. Without that, it's like water with no flavor. It'll quench the thirst for a moment, but it won't satisfy. But when a man feels emotionally close to you, every kiss feels deeper. Every touch feels more sincere. It's not just the motion of bodies. It's the language of love. And baby, when he's speaking that language, you feel it. You feel it in your skin, your soul, your spirit. Let me say this too. A man in love wants to be known by you, not just physically, but emotionally. And once that knowing happens, once that emotional door gets open, his body responds to that. He ain't just performing, he's revealing. He's showing you who he is when all the outside noise is gone. And when that kind of connection is there, ain't nothing forced, ain't nothing faked. It all flows because it's built on something solid. So when you see that man slowing down, paying attention, listening to your breathing, holding you after, understand that's love moving. That ain't just him being sweet. That's him being in tune with you. That's emotion driving the physical. That's love taking the wheel. And when love's the driver, baby, every destination feel like home. Let me tell y'all something most people overlook when it comes to real love. You ever notice how when a man really loves a woman, his touch changes? It ain't just about the physical act or the heat of the moment. No, it's deeper than that. It's in the way he touches you with gentleness that speaks louder than any words ever could. It's in the way his hands move slow, careful, like he's handling something precious. Because that's exactly what he's doing. He's handling your heart, your soul, your entire being. That gentle touch, it ain't just skin deep. It's a language. It's a promise. It's love talking to love. And that eye contact, oh man, don't get me started on the eye contact. When a man's truly in love, he don't just glance over at you or sneak a quick peek. Now he looks into you. He locks in it like he's trying to memorize every inch of your soul through your eyes. Those eyes become windows to what he's feeling, what he's thinking, what he ain't saying out loud. And let me tell you, when a man holds your gaze like that, it ain't about lust. It ain't about conquest. It's about connection. It's about seeing you, really seeing you, and loving you in that moment for who you are. Now, I want you to think about the last time you felt that kind of touch. The kind that's slow and tender, not hurried or rough. The kind where the pressure of his hand says, I'm here, I'm present, You're safe with me. That ain't no accident. That's a man who's learned that love isn't a race or a game, it's an art. And every gentle caress is like a brushstroke on a masterpiece. He ain't just touching your body, he's painting a picture of care and respect. That's a man who's not just in it for the moment, but for the meaning behind it. And then there's the eye contact, that silent conversation between two souls. When a man holds your eyes steady, it's like he's telling you, you matter. You're the only one in this room right now. And in that gaze, you feel it, the reassurance, the adoration, the truth that you ain't just another face. You're his face, his world. And that look stays with you even after the moment's passed, like a song stuck on replay in your heart. I got to tell you, that kind of gentle touch and deep eye contact, it ain't something a man does just for show or to get what he wants. Nah, it comes from a place of real love and respect. It comes from knowing that this woman you're with, she's more than just a body. She's your partner, your equal, your queen. And every touch, every look is his way of honoring that. See, men who love like this, they don't need to say it all the time. Their hands and eyes do the talk. Their gentleness is louder than any declaration. It's in how they pause just to feel you, how they catch your gaze to remind you they're there, and how their touch never rushes, never hurts, but always heals. That's the kind of love that builds trust, that creates safety, that lets you be yourself without fear. Now, I want y'all to remember this the next time you feel that gentle touch or that intense eye contact. Don't brush it off like it's nothing. That right there is a man telling you he loves you in the purest way he knows how. And baby, that is something precious, something rare, something worth holding on to. Because at the end of the day, love ain't just about fireworks and passion. It's about those quiet moments where a man's touch and his eyes say without words, I see you, I cherish you, I'm yours. And if you got a man who does that for you, hold on tight. You found yourself a treasure. Now, listen to me real good. There's a part of lovemaking most folks don't talk about enough, and that's what happens after the moment. I'm talking about the way a man treats you once the lights come back on, once the passion settles down, once the physical part is done. Because believe it or not, that aftercare, that affection afterward, is one of the clearest signs a man's love is genuine and deep. When a man really loves you, he ain't just gonna get up, pull his clothes on, and walk out the door. No, sir. He's gonna stay right there, hold you, touch you, keep you close like you're the most important thing in the world. That moment after intimacy, that's when you see if his heart was really in it or if he was just there for a quick fix. A man who cares will brush your hair out your face, kiss your forehead, whisper sweet nothings like he's reminding you that you're special, that you're loved, that you're his. He ain't too tired for that. He ain't too busy. He ain't thinking about the next thing. His focus is on you, making sure you feel safe, valued, and cherished, even when the heat has cooled down. And it goes beyond just touch. It's the way he looks at you after, the way his eyes still hold that tenderness. That's emotional depth right there. That's a man showing you that the love he gave wasn't just skin deep, it was heart deep. It's him saying, girl, I'm here for you. I'm yours, not just for the moment, but for the long haul. So next time you're wondering if a man loves you for real, don't just watch what he does during lovemaking, watch what he does after. Because a man who stays, who cares for you after, that's a man who loves you truly and deeply. And baby, that's the kind of love you deserve. Now, let me tell y'all something that many people don't notice, but is one of the clearest signs a man loves you for real. The way he shows patience and attentiveness during those intimate moments. See, patience and attentiveness ain't just about